RTMS.
Hello Leutecita, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very happy that you guys are here. So for this week I wanted to actually make like a recap on what was the the reggaeton workshop. Oh my god, I'm sorry. So what I wanted to say, yes, for this week I've created this video about, behind the scenes of the reggaeton workshop that happened like 2 weekends ago, like a weekend ago, which turned out actually to also be my birthday. And quite Capricorn there, I would say. The best moment to celebrate my birthday, working like crazy. I got a couple of, behind the scenes footage with our phones. Of course, a big shout out to Asphalt Collective Berlin, aka Lucas and Max, who were there helping me produce the whole thing, the organization too, also Leah, my friend. I'm just very happy that all of this worked out. I'm very happy that we had actually quite a lot of people. At some point I felt like, oh my god, like people are not coming, I'm just gonna do this workshop for like 1 or 2 people, which by the way I have done. I've done a couple of courses, I've done a couple of classes, a couple of workshops with 1, 2, 3 people, but this time it felt really like, okay, cool, I have like 12 people, we can actually create some vibe, we can, explore together, we can have fun all together. I leave you guys there with the behind the scenes of this reggaeton workshop. I hope you enjoy it.
Smile.
So we arrived quite early that day, a little bit before 10, so we could prepare the space, check out the studio, see if everything was working fine, the audio, the camera, the light and everything. And yeah, there you see me basically a little bit more relaxed because I was freaking out a little bit before everything. But once we got the studio ready and everything, I could just chill a little bit and basically just start preparing, warming up, checking on the material and getting ready for the people to arrive. We had a small happy birthday moment there, but then we started the class. For day number 1, I wanted to give like a class, like a warm-up, like I always do on my regular classes, to dance a little bit, to feel the nice energy of reggaeton, just some light coordination, following the music, listening to good music also. And there would go into some more deep material, about basics or foundation of reggaeton. For this workshop, I was very inspired on the new album of Bad Bunny, so I basically planned that we could go into the material on how we move the hips. So after stretching and basically just cooling down a little bit before we started all the material, I wanted to give them some information about how to use the knees in relation to the hips, and all of this inspired with like how salsa does the steps and the use of the hips with the music. We also worked on some bounce and how to use the bounce and the rocking within the reggaeton beat, and how to use it also for like walking around and moving on the space. And right after that, we jumped straight to choreography. I always like to show the choreographies before we start learning so that people can see more or less what we are gonna do, and they can hear the music and they can check out on a first glance how the musicality is, like what the level of energy is, what the vibe is. We made a small video of us basically doing the whole choreography with the music, just to have it as a record for the next day so that people could see it and remember a little bit before we would continue. So that was day number 1, which was actually the day of my birthday, like 18th of January. And as you guys saw there on the videos, you know, people from the workshop, like some people that are kind of like, they're coming regularly to my classes or they follow what I do on Instagram, for instance. They knew that it was gonna be my birthday, so big shout out to Domi and Tao there. Cute hat and some cake, you know, that was super nice. It just felt like super, you know, like, oh, it just really moved me. To be honest, that day, that whole weekend, that whole week was extremely exhausting. I was doing so many things. After the workshop, I had to run to the theater for this like networking program that I was also kind of like taking part of within the frame of Dance Target 2. After the reggaeton workshop, I ran to Sophie and Ciele, and I was basically like a couple of hours there, and then we went to Ballhaus Nannistrasse to see a performance, and you know, basically kind of like take notes and comments what we think about like the dance pieces and all of these. Still, it was super nice. I cannot complain. I received a lot of love, and to be honest, a day in the theater is a day well spent. As it would be a day dancing, it is also a day well spent. Yes, so let's check out day number 2. Back at the studio for day number 2. This day I wanted to take it just a little bit easier because we sweated so much, we did so much on the first day, that I was taking the warm-up a little bit more technical and a tiny bit like not so much cardio. We went through full on perreo and hip movement, which basically is kind of like the Latin version of twerking. So there you see us using our hips. Choreography time, day number 2. So on the first day we didn't manage to learn the full choreography, so I had a couple of aids I needed to teach the people. So there you see us practicing a little bit, and then after that getting ready right after to shoot the video of the choreography we learned these 2 days. You can see me on the footage just basically dancing in front of them and behind the camera all the time. This is because we didn't had enough time to practice the choreography not looking at each other in the mirror. So usually we would have a little bit more time to learn the choreo looking at the mirror and then repeat the choreo a couple of times, hopefully way more times without the mirror, so you can understand what your body's doing, and then of course use it by looking at the camera and working with the camera while dancing. Well, we didn't have much time, so I was there. I repeated the choreography like 100 times, but it worked pretty well. I'm very happy. The videos looked great. The people did amazing, and it was pretty much a really, really good work. And there you have it, end of day number 2. People gathering their stuff, taking pictures, and basically just wrapping up the whole experience, opening the windows because it was super warm, and yeah, that's it. Was the end of day number 2. I had actually, I think, a clip where we were all like clapping and everything, but unfortunately for technical reasons I didn't put it there. Oh, I could not find it. Okay, but whatever. It was beautiful. It was really nice. I already sent the videos to people and I started like sharing on Instagram, and it really feels like a good work, you know. No, I feel very, very happy. I feel very content with how things are going. It's been a hell lot of work, but it feels like some stuff are working. Spending like 5 years here in Berlin, where I felt all the time like things were not working, basically just hitting myself against the wall like crazy, and then in 2023 basically just making like a big change of focus on my life, more or less like how many people have fun doing the things that I am, you know, presenting or that they want to take part in. It is really, 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 really a great feeling. Yeah, I am very excited for what's next to come. I'm like super much into reggaeton, but lately I have also been developing something more, like another practice that I would like to share also with you guys about dancing. It's also gonna be Latin music because it's basically the thing that I have found here in Berlin to help me, you know, connect to my roots and a good energy, you know, to really like feel the power of like Latin America and use it to shine and to share something great, you know, something good. Worship, a couple of things I could say though, it's as if it was like a super hardcore week of work within the frame, like that week of the workshop. We finished and I said like, oh, ciao to everybody, like, oh, thank you so much for coming, thank you so much guys. And then I had no voice, like my throat was completely shut down for like 3 days. I could not speak. I don't know. I could not move my head. I could not move my you know, my neck. It was so painful. Like glorification of being all the time super busy, which I share with you guys in social media, but I don't particularly like stand by it. I'm also trying very hard to like, you know, inhabit the other part of it, to try to take more care of myself, to have more breaks, to do stuff that are also creative, but they don't involve me being physically engaging full out, you know, so I can take care of my body. Despite the fact that it was beautiful work and we did amazing and people did amazing, it was also a reminder for me to say like, you know, yeah, cool, and ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, all this thing about being Capricorn and that you want to, you know, work a lot, but also, you know, the health needs to be there. The care for the body also needs to be there, you know. And I think I pushed it a little bit too much that day, that Sunday. But it's definitely a thought that I want to explore a little bit more. And ways of being creative within the resting time or within the energy that it's not so crazy high, but like, you know, something a bit more simple. Maybe some like, you know, softer. It's also gonna be something that I want to keep on exploring and I want to keep on remembering for 2025, because this is just starting. A big shout out to everybody who helped me share the post, the reel on Instagram, to all my friends, to all my colleagues who helped me with it. A big shout out to the people who came to the workshop and were there with me on Saturday and Sunday. A big shout out to Asphalt Collective Berlin for the help and the production of the whole event. A big shout out to Lea, a good friend of mine who helped me get all the self-esteem and energy right to be able to take up on this challenge. A big shout out also, of course, to the space, the company, the studio there in Kurfürstenstraße, and yeah, big thank you to everybody. Alright guys, that's it for today for this video. I hope it's not so long. I hope. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment, like, share with your people, you know, give me feedback. I'm also, you know, I'm new in this, so I'm very much, you know, gathering like things that I can do, like how I can create on this space. Don't forget to follow me. I'm very active on Instagram. Actually, I'll put it somewhere here. There we can talk to one another a bit more direct and everything. And of course, come to my classes. I'll be listing them down below as well. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, Leutecita, for watching this video. Let's stay tuned. Let's check each other out here somewhere in Berlin and have a great day. Mwah! Ciao, ciao.